Hey there, runners, hikers, and van lifers. This is Jonathan, and today I came out here to Rocky Bald and Cedar Rock Trail in Nine Times Preserve, and I wanted to show you guys on trail. We're going to do it 3 different ways, and that is from the computer, from the phone, and out on the trail. I'm going to show you guys how to tell how hard a trail is going to be using Alltrails before you even leave the house. Now, the reason you need to know this is if you have somebody in your life that says, hey, I'd love to go hiking, or let's say you've got out on a trail and you've said to yourself, man, that was way harder than I expected. This is what you're going to need to know so that you can go out on the trail with confidence, knowing which parts are going to be the hardest and how long you have to go before the trail gets a little easier. So we're going to head out right now and show you how to tell so you can be an expert for yourself. So let's get started on the computer. You're going to log into Alltrails and we're going to pull up a trail. Let's say you pull up Pleasant Ridge JFA Trail. And this is one of my favorites for trail running. Okay, so you will see the rating up to the left and it's going to be under the title. Here it says moderate. But what if you want to know how much of the trail will be moderate? Well, that's where the little incline map is going to come in. Down at the bottom, after you click the map, you'll see an elevation map. You can scroll over the incline map and see what the grade is going to be at any particular point along the trail. So as you can see, you can pull up any spot and you'll know exactly how steep it's going to be at any point. Now this one isn't too bad. If you have an Alltrails Plus membership, you can click what's called the Preview Trail button over to the left, and you're going to see a bird's eye view that will show you where the steep parts are. But on the computer, this is how you can tell how easy or grueling a certain part of the trail is going to be. You can see almost in real time and in real position where the trail goes up or down a mountain or into the valley. Now for comparison, we're going to pull up a different trail. This one is called Rocky Bald and Cedar Rock Trail, and it's in the Nine Times Preserve. Now this one is listed as moderate too. But when we look at the elevation map, you're going to see that it's quite different. Click on the map. Scroll over the elevation map. As you can see, when I'm scrolling over this one, this trail hits a 13% grade almost out of the gate and continues to a 20% grade for the first 0.6 of a mile. That means that this trail has burned more buns and thighs than a Baptist church picnic. But once you get past the initial climb, it's pretty decent. Now, as a side note, you can come in from another entrance on this trail, and it is on the Rocky Bald part of the loop. It comes in from the side, and there is a space for parking for a few cars down here. And you can avoid the climb altogether by doing it this way. So guys, I came out here today so that I could pull up the same 2 trails that we did before on the computer. So if we pull up, hold on, let me set screen record so I can show you on my screen. So right here, if I open up the Pleasant Ridge JFA Trail and we click on the map, you'll see down at the bottom, you'll see on our elevation map that there are 2 yellow spots. Now, you'll need to have the Alltrails Plus membership to be able to download the map to your phone, but you'll be able to see right here down at the bottom that there are the 2 yellow places. Toward the end of the video, I'll explain what yellow means versus red on these little elevation maps. So, there you have it. That's for the Pleasant Ridge JFA Trail. I'm going to close that out, and then let me pull up Rocky Bald and Cedar Rock Trail. And that's where we are right now. And you can see here on the map my little blue dot and how far I have to go. And I can roll this back and show that right here I am 0.2 miles into this red area. Red means your booty is going to be dead. So if I go up, I can see how far that I have left. Going by this red map or red section, I can see how far that I have to go continuing up the mountain. So now let's get to walking up this trail. So guys, very quickly, one of the things that I try to do every time that I come to a trail is give a trail review. So this one here, like I said, is moderate, and it's toward the upper scale of what I would call moderate. When you're coming up the hill, that section is a red blaze. You'll see a red dot on the trees. Then over here on the circular part of the loop, you're going to see right here is a purple blaze on this tree. So keep that in mind. If you ever come out here, you're going to do this one. Over, if I look over my shoulder, that way, you're going to see Big Rock Mountain. That one is, kind of think of that as the big brother of this trail. This one here is moderate. That one over there is hard. As far as trail running, I have trail run this one, and I have hiked Big Rock Mountain a few times, at least 5 or 6 times. It is difficult, especially at the very beginning. But now what you know is you'll be able to pull up Big Rock Mountain and look at that elevation map and do exactly what we're doing here. You'll see at the beginning on that elevation map, it's red. Almost the entire first section of that mountain. So that's one of the things that I try to do is educate you on how to hike, how to be out here and be safe, and how to make it as easy as possible. So one thing that I do have to tell you is that to be able to bring the map out here with you, you have to download it to your phone, which is an Alltrails Plus feature. To be able to do that, you're going to need to have that Alltrails Plus, unless you're able to get some kind of signal out here. And usually that's not the case. Most times when I get out in the mountains, I don't have any signal, so I need to download the map to my phone before I leave. Another thing to mention is direction. If you notice, when you go along that elevation map, you see your little dot traveling across the trail or along the trail. So if you think about what you're able to do with that, you're able to look on the trail and see if I go this direction, is it easier as far as elevation? Or if I go that direction, is it easier? Now, if you are doing an out and back trail, it's going to be out and back on the same direction. So you really don't have that option. But if you're doing a loop like this, Sometimes you can look at it and see, if I go left, it'll be way easier than if I go right. As far as bringing kids or something like that out here, I would not recommend that unless you like to hear a lot of screaming and crying, because this one here is pretty hard. So guys, as you can see, I'm at the very top of the mountain. When you come up to the turn that takes you around the loop, so you're going to come up a straight incline. There's going to be a turn off to your right that'll take you around the loop. If you continue straight, it'll bring you right here. This is Cedar Rock Mountain. This is the top of the mountain, but if you see over my shoulder, there's one heck of a view that way. So the reason I brought you out here today is to show you the 3 different ways that you can check an elevation of a trail on Alltrails before you come out. And those methods are on the computer, on your phone, and out here actually on the trail. Now let me make sure that I put this out there. I'm not sponsored by Alltrails in any way. I just love Alltrails. It's my favorite app to use out here in the wilderness. Hopefully today's video has given you a primer on how to use Alltrails and the elevation map. Like I said earlier in the video, I would explain what the yellow and the red mean. The yellow means between 6 and 13% grade, and the red means above 12% grade, or above 13% grade, sorry. So you will know before you even get out here what you're going to encounter as far as inclines. So let's say somebody says, hey, let's go on a hike, and you've never been there before, and maybe they've never been there before. You can easily pull it up now. You know exactly what you're looking for, and you know what to be prepared for as far as making it up or down that trail.